What happens when one of the world's most recognizable pop stars sits down for what's supposed to be a friendly daytime conversation? And a question lands harder than anyone in the studio expects. Make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks and like and comment for more talk show coverage. Whoopi leans forward slightly, smiling the way she does when she's setting the tone. All right, so today we're really excited because our next guest needs no introduction. She's a global icon, a performer who's been on stages all over the world. She's a mother, she's a businesswoman, and she's someone who's been very open lately about her life. Please welcome Shakira. The audience erupts. Applause, cheering, a few whistles. Shakira walks out waving that familiar warm smile, hugging Whoopi, then Joy, then Sunny, exchanging cheek kisses with Sarah. She settles into her chair, smoothing her skirt, taking a breath like she knows this is live TV and anything can happen. Whoopi laughs. You see? You still got it. You walk out here and people lose their minds. Shakira smiles. It's so good to be here. Thank you for having me. Joy jumps in quickly, as she often does. I have to say, first of all, you look fantastic. I mean, I don't know what kind of water you're drinking. Shakira laughs. Coffee. A lot of coffee. Audience laughs with her. Sarah adds, you've been everywhere lately. New music, performances, interviews. Do you ever sleep? Shakira shakes her head. Not enough. But I'm happy. Tired, but happy. Sunny nods, hands folded neatly, listening closely. Her expression is calm, but focused. And that happiness, a lot of fans feel like they've seen a different side of you recently. More outspoken. More direct. Shakira's smile tightens just a touch. Not gone, just adjusted. I think when you go through certain experiences, you either stay quiet, or you find your voice. Whoopi nods approvingly. That's right. Joy leans back. And boy, did you find it. Those songs, people were like, oh, she said that. The audience murmurs, some laughter, some applause. Shakira shrugs lightly. Music has always been my way of processing things. I don't see it as attacking anyone. It's just telling my truth. Sunny jumps in, her tone measured. But when you tell your truth publicly, especially when it involves other people, it becomes part of a bigger conversation. And not everyone hears it the same way. Shakira turns her head towards Sunny, still calm. That's true. There's a brief pause. The kind that feels longer on live TV. Whoopi senses it and tries to keep things light. All right, we're going to get into all of that, but first. Sunny gently cuts in. Actually, Whoopi, if I may, because I think this connects. Whoopi raises an eyebrow but nods. Go ahead. Sunny looks directly at Shakira now. You've spoken openly about betrayal, about pain, about being wronged. A lot of women feel empowered by that. But some critics say that framing your personal breakup in such a public way also puts your children in the middle of a narrative they didn't choose. The audience reacts immediately. A low "oh" ripples across the studio. Joy glances at Whoopi. Sarah shifts in her seat. Shakira doesn't respond right away. She inhales slowly, eyes down for a split second, then back up. I'm very careful about my children. Sunny nods. Of course. But when lyrics are analyzed line by line, headlines are written, memes are made. Do you worry about the long-term impact on them? The room is quiet now. No laughter. No clapping. Shakira's posture changes slightly. She sits straighter. Her voice is still soft but firmer. As a mother, every decision I make is with them in mind. Silence can also be harmful. Pretending nothing happened can teach children that pain should be hidden. Joy interjects, trying to soften it. But kids don't read lyrics like we do, right? Shakira looks at Joy, then back to Sunny. They may not read lyrics, but they feel emotions. They felt the change in our home long before the songs existed. Audience murmurs again, some nodding. Sunny presses gently but persistently. I understand that. But do you think there's a line between expressing pain and turning it into a public spectacle? That word, spectacle, hangs in the air. Shakira's eyebrows lift slightly. I don't see my life as a spectacle. Sunny responds, the public does. Before Shakira can answer, Whoopi steps in. All right, let's slow this down a bit. But Shakira raises her hand slightly, not aggressively, just enough to signal she wants to speak. Whoopi pauses. Shakira looks directly at Sunny now, her smile gone, replaced by something more serious, more raw. With respect, Sunny, when people consume my music, they're choosing to engage. I didn't invite cameras into my home during my hardest moments. I wrote songs after the fact as an artist. Sunny keeps her composure. But your platform is massive. Intent and impact aren't always the same. The audience applauds lightly at that. Shakira nods, acknowledging the point, but her eyes stay locked on Sunny. And impact can also be healing. For me and for others who feel seen. Joy tries to lighten the mood again. Well, I'll tell you, my impact is usually just indigestion. Laughter breaks out, but it's nervous thin. Sarah leans forward. I think what's interesting here is that women are often told to be quiet when things fall apart, especially when they're famous. Sunny turns to Sarah. That's not what I'm saying. Sarah responds calmly. I know. I just think there's more than one way to protect kids. Shakira exhales, nodding. Exactly. Sunny looks back at Shakira. But would you do anything differently? That's when Shakira pauses again. This time longer. The audience waits. She finally answers, voice steady but emotionally charged. I would still choose honesty. I would still choose my voice. Because the alternative was losing myself completely. A beat. The audience applauds louder now. Whoopi claps along. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're talking about what it's like to rebuild after public heartbreak. And yes, we're going to keep this conversation going. The camera pulls back as applause continues, but the tension hasn't left the table. Shakira and Sunny exchange one last look before the screen fades, both knowing this conversation is far from over. The applause fades as the show comes back from commercial, but the energy at the table is different now. Not hostile, not explosive, just charged. Shakira takes a sip of water. Sunny adjusts the papers in front of her. Whoopi looks straight into the camera for a second, then back to the table. Whoopi clears her throat. All right, we're back. We're still here with Shakira, and we were having a really honest conversation before the break. Shakira nods. Yes. Whoopi looks between Shakira and Sunny. And I want to say this right away. These conversations can get uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean they're bad. The audience applauds lightly. Sunny gives a small smile. I agree. Joy exhales, leaning back. I need a neck massage already. A few laughs ripple through the crowd, easing the tension just a notch. Sarah turns toward Shakira. During the break, I kept thinking about what you said, choosing honesty. A lot of women watching probably feel that deeply. But being honest publicly comes with scrutiny. How do you handle that when it crosses into judgment? Shakira nods slowly, as if grateful for the phrasing. It's hard. I won't pretend it's not. There are days when I wish I could disappear, honestly. But then I remember why I started speaking in the first place. Sunny interjects, calm but firm. But do you think speaking and responding are the same thing? Because sometimes silence can also be powerful. Shakira turns to her again. Silence can be powerful when it's chosen. Mine wasn't. The audience reacts with a soft murmur. Sunny tilts her head slightly. What do you mean by that? Shakira's voice lowers a bit. I was expected to be graceful. Quiet. Understanding. To absorb everything and smile through it. That wasn't silence by choice. That was pressure. Joy nods. Oh, I know that pressure. Sunny responds. I don't think anyone expects silence. I think people expect boundaries. Shakira's expression shifts, not defensive but intent. Boundaries for whom? That lands. Sunny blinks, then answers carefully. For your children. For yourself. For the people involved. Shakira takes a breath. My children know their mother is human. They see me stand up for myself. That's a boundary too. The audience applauds, stronger this time. Whoopi leans in. Let me jump in here for a second, because this is getting framed like there's a right and wrong way to heal, and that's tricky. Sunny nods. I'm not saying there's one way. I'm asking whether the public nature of it complicates things. Shakira responds quickly now, more animated. Of course it complicates things. But my life was already public. The complication existed whether I spoke or not. Sarah jumps in. And I think that's the key point. Fame removes the option of privacy sometimes. Sunny looks at Sarah. But you can still choose how much you give. Shakira smiles faintly. People say that, but when you don't speak, others speak for you. A hush falls over the audience. Joy leans forward. That is so true. If you don't write the story, someone else does. Sunny presses her lips together, thinking. But when you write it in song, it becomes permanent. It follows your kids forever. Shakira doesn't hesitate this time. So does the truth. The audience reacts, applause mixed with a few audible gasps. Whoopi raises her hand slightly. All right. Let's take the temperature down just a hair. She looks at Shakira. You mentioned losing yourself. That's something people don't talk about enough. What did that look like for you? Shakira's shoulders drop a little. Her voice softens. It looked like waking up and not recognizing who I was anymore. Like I was playing a role, the strong woman, the supportive partner, the unbreakable one. Sunny listens intently now, not interrupting. Shakira continues. When that role collapsed, I had nothing left. Music was how I rebuilt. Sarah nods. That makes sense. Sunny finally speaks again, quieter. I don't question your pain. I question the cost. Shakira meets her gaze. And I question who gets to decide that cost. A beat passes. Joy lets out a slow phew. The audience laughs nervously. Whoopi looks straight at Sunny. Do you feel like women are judged differently when they express anger publicly? Sunny answers honestly. Yes, absolutely. Shakira leans in. Then why are we still asking women to justify it? That sparks louder applause. Sunny exhales. Because we're still learning where empowerment ends and harm begins. Shakira responds almost immediately. For me, harm was staying quiet. The two women hold eye contact. It's intense, but not disrespectful. Sarah breaks in gently. Can I ask something personal, Shakira? Shakira nods. Of course. Sarah speaks carefully. When your kids hear your music now, what do they say? Shakira smiles, a real one this time. They say, Mama, you're brave. The audience responds with a collective, ah. Sunny's expression softens, just a little. Joy wipes at the corner of her eye dramatically. Great, now I'm crying on daytime television. Laughter ripples through the studio. Sunny looks back at Shakira. I respect that answer. I really do. Shakira nods. Thank you. But Sunny isn't finished. I still believe there's a conversation to be had about how public healing affects everyone involved, not just the person healing. Shakira responds calmly. And I agree. I just don't think that conversation should start by asking women to shrink. Applause breaks out again, louder, longer. Whoopi claps. All right. This is what we do here. We talk. She turns to the camera. When we come back, we're going to talk about how public opinion shifted after Shakira's music dropped, and how the internet reacted. As the applause continues, the camera catches Sunny and Shakira sharing a brief, polite smile. The tension is still there, but something else has crept in too, mutual recognition. The conversation isn't over, and everyone at the table knows it. The music fades as the show returns again, and this time the audience applause is louder, more energized, like they know they're watching something people will be talking about later. Whoopi lets it go on a second longer before raising her hand. Whoopi smiles. Okay, thank you. We're back. Still here with Shakira. Shakira nods, offering a small wave to the audience. Whoopi turns slightly in her chair. Before the break, we were talking about public healing and how people reacted. And let me tell you, people reacted. Joy laughs. That's one way to put it. Whoopi continues. Your music dropped, and suddenly everybody on the internet became a therapist, a lawyer, and a relationship expert. The audience laughs knowingly. Shakira chuckles softly. Yes, overnight. Sarah jumps in. I remember scrolling and seeing people split into camps. Some were like, this is iconic. Others were saying, this is too much. Did you expect it to become that polarizing? Shakira shakes her head. I expected noise. I didn't expect how personal people would take it. Sunny leans forward slightly. That's what happens when art hits a nerve. Shakira nods. True. But it also showed me how many women were holding things in. Sunny raises an eyebrow. And that part one understand. Completely. There's a subtle shift in Sunny's tone. Less adversarial, more reflective. Joy tilts her head. But let's talk about the memes for a second. Because once the memes start, the conversation changes. Audience laughter. Shakira smiles wryly. Yes. Suddenly your pain is a punchline. Sunny adds, that's exactly my concern. Shakira looks at her. But the memes weren't created by me. Sunny responds calmly. No, but they became part of the ecosystem around your work. Shakira exhales. Once something is out there, it's no longer yours. That's true for any artist. Whoopi nods. That's the beast. She turns to the audience. How many of y'all have had something you said taken out of context online? A loud wave of applause and laughter. Whoopi shrugs. Exactly. Sunny looks back to Shakira. Did you ever think about pulling back? Posting less? Explaining more? Shakira pauses. I thought about disappearing. The room goes quiet. Shakira continues, voice steady but vulnerable. I thought maybe if I stop talking, it'll all calm down. But then I realized the storm wasn't outside. It was inside. Sarah nods slowly. That's powerful. Joy adds, also disappearing never works. Trust me. Laughter breaks the tension briefly. Sunny doesn't interrupt this time. She listens. Shakira goes on. The internet reacts in extremes. But real life happens in quiet moments. With your kids. With your family. With yourself. Sunny finally speaks. But public reaction can bleed into private life. Shakira agrees. It did. Sunny asks how. Shakira looks down for a moment, then back up. My kids came home from school asking why people were talking about our family. A soft murmur ripples through the audience. Joy winces. That's rough. Shakira nods. That was the hardest part. Sunny's expression tightens slightly. That's exactly what I was getting at earlier. Shakira meets her gaze. I know. And I'm telling you, even then, I don't regret telling my story. A pause. Sunny leans back, considering. Do you think there's a difference between telling your story and telling it in a way that invites spectacle? Shakira responds carefully. I think spectacle happens when people want it to. I can't control that. Sarah adds. And let's be honest, if she had stayed silent, people would have filled in the blanks anyway. Audience applause. Sunny nods reluctantly. That's fair. Whoopi jumps in. Let me ask something. Why do you think society is more comfortable with men writing angry breakup songs than women doing it? The audience reacts loudly, clapping and cheering. Shakira smiles, pointing lightly. Thank you. Sunny responds, because men's anger is seen as passion. Women's anger is seen as instability. Joy snaps her fingers. Preach. Shakira leans forward now, more animated. And that's why I didn't soften it. I didn't want to make it palatable. Sunny raises an eyebrow. But palatability matters when millions are listening. Shakira responds, so does honesty. The tension creeps back in, subtle, controlled. Whoopi senses it. Sunny, let me ask you. Do you think there's a way Shakira could have done this that you would have felt comfortable with? Sunny pauses. A real pause. I don't know. The audience reacts, surprised murmurs. Sunny continues. And that's me being honest. I don't know what the perfect version looks like. I just know that visibility magnifies everything. Shakira nods slowly. That's fair. Joy looks between them. Well, this is refreshing. Two adults disagreeing without flipping tables. Laughter fills the studio. Sarah smiles. Give it time. More laughter. Shakira laughs too, easing the mood. Sunny smiles faintly. Look, I admire your strength. I really do. My questions aren't about silencing you. Shakira responds gently. I know, but sometimes those questions land that way. Sunny nods. That's important for me to hear. The audience applauds again, not explosive but warm. Whoopi leans back. This is why we do this live. She looks to the camera. Because real conversations aren't neat. Joy adds, or short. Audience laughter. Sunny turns back to Shakira. Do you feel pressure now to keep being that version of yourself? The outspoken one. Shakira thinks. I feel pressure to be real. Some days that's strong. Some days it's quiet. Sarah smiles. That's relatable. Sunny nods. I respect that. There's a noticeable softening now. The edge has dulled, replaced by something closer to understanding. Whoopi checks the clock. All right, we've got one more break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what happened after this all aired. The reactions, the backlash, the support. The audience applauds as the camera pulls back. Shakira adjusts her mic. Sunny glances at her, then gives a small nod. Shakira returns it. The tension isn't gone, but it's transformed. And everyone knows the final part of this conversation is going to be the one people remember most. The show returns from its final commercial break, and the applause is immediate, louder than before, like the audience understands this is the last chapter of a conversation that's been building all hour. Whoopi lets it breathe, nodding along, then lifts her hand. Whoopi smiles. All right, we're back for the last time today. She looks around the table. And I want to say this up front. This has been one of those conversations people are going to keep talking about after the cameras stop. Shakira exhales softly, almost a laugh. I can feel that. Sunny offers a small, knowing smile. Same. Joy leans in. I already know my mentions are going to be a mess. The audience laughs. Whoopi turns toward Shakira. So let's talk about the aftermath. Because after the music came out, after the interviews, after the headlines, what actually changed for you? Shakira thinks for a moment. I became more aware. Of everything. Of how closely people watch. Of how quickly things spread. Sunny nods. That awareness can be heavy. Shakira agrees. Yes, but it also gave me clarity. I stopped trying to manage everyone else's feelings. Sarah leans forward. That's a big shift. Shakira smiles. It had to be. Whoopi gestures toward Sunny. Sunny, you raised concerns earlier about impact. Watching all of this unfold afterward, did anything surprise you? Sunny answers honestly. The intensity. Not just the support, but the anger from strangers. Shakira nods. That surprised me too. Sunny continues. I saw people projecting their own experiences onto you. Defending you like they knew you. Attacking others like they knew them. Joy shakes her head. The internet is wild. Sunny adds. That's where my worry comes from. When conversations stop being about the actual people involved. Shakira listens, then responds calmly. I understand that, but I can't live my life based on how strangers might misinterpret my healing. The audience applauds. Whoopi points gently. There it is. Sarah turns to Shakira. Did you ever feel like you had to explain yourself more after everything blew up? Shakira shakes her head. At first, yes. I wanted to clarify, to soften, to make sure no one misunderstood me. Then I realized, explaining doesn't always bring peace. Sometimes it just creates new arguments. Sunny nods slowly. That's true. Joy laughs. I stopped explaining myself in 1978. Laughter fills the studio. Whoopi smiles. Smart woman. Sunny looks back at Shakira. Can I say something? Shakira nods. Of course. Sunny takes a breath. Earlier, I pushed you. And I want people to understand, that wasn't about questioning your right to speak. It was about grappling with the reality that public pain becomes public property. Shakira responds without hesitation. And I felt that, but I also want people to understand something else. Sunny gestures for her to continue. Shakira's voice is steady, emotional but controlled. When someone asks a woman to consider everyone else's comfort before telling her truth, it can sound reasonable. But it often means she's the only one asked to carry the weight. The audience reacts immediately, strong applause, a few people standing. Sunny absorbs that, nodding. That's a fair point. Joy claps. That is a fair point. Sarah smiles. Very. Whoopi looks between them. This is what growth looks like on live TV, folks. The audience laughs and applauds again. Whoopi shifts gears slightly. Let's talk about social media for a second. Because after all of this, the reactions were intense. Joy groans playfully. Oh no. Whoopi continues. You had hashtags trending, debates everywhere, people dissecting body language, facial expressions, lyrics. Shakira nods. Yes. I learned things about myself I didn't know people noticed. Sunny adds. People were analyzing you on this show before we even finished airing. The audience reacts with surprise. Sunny continues. I checked my phone during the break. Clips are already circulating. Joy laughs. That was fast. Shakira raises her eyebrows. Already. Whoopi shrugs. Welcome to 2026. The audience laughs. Sarah asks, did any of the reactions hurt? Shakira answers honestly. Some did. Especially the ones that question my motherhood. The room quiets. Sunny's face tightens. That crosses a line. Shakira nods. It does. But it also revealed how quickly society judges women when they refuse to suffer quietly. The audience applauds again, longer this time. Whoopi leans forward. What about the support? Shakira smiles, softer now. That saved me. Messages from women saying they felt less alone. Mothers saying they finally felt seen. That mattered. Sunny nods. That's impact too. Shakira looks at her. Exactly. There's a pause, not awkward, just reflective. Joy breaks it. All right, before we all start hugging and crying, I have one last question. Laughter ripples through the audience. Joy turns to Shakira. If you could go back to the moment before you released that music, knowing everything you know now, would you still do it? Shakira doesn't hesitate. Yes. No qualifiers. No explanation. The audience erupts. Sunny smiles, shaking her head slightly. I respect the clarity. Sarah claps. Same. Whoopi lets the applause run, then settles the room. And that's what this comes down to. Choice. Voice. Consequences. All of it. She turns to the camera. After the show wrapped today, I can already tell you, people backstage were buzzing. Producers, crew, everyone saying, that was real. The audience murmurs in agreement. Whoopi continues. And that's not something you can script. Sunny nods. Conversations like this don't end when the show does. Shakira adds quietly, they continue at home. Online, in people's lives. Joy smiles. And in comment sections. Laughter again. Whoopi laughs. Yes, Joy. Especially there. She turns back to Shakira. Thank you for sitting in discomfort with us. Shakira nods. Thank you for letting me. Sunny looks at Shakira. And thank you for challenging me. Shakira meets her gaze. Likewise. The audience applauds, warm, sustained, appreciative. Whoopi faces the camera for the final time. All right, that's all the time we have today. This is one of those shows we know people are going to be debating long after it ends. She gestures to the table. Whether you agreed, disagreed, or felt uncomfortable, that's the point. The applause swells as the camera begins to pull back. Whoopi adds, now we want to hear from you. She points gently toward the lens. What did you think about Shakira's reaction? About Sunny's questions? About the conversation we had today? Shakira smiles toward the camera. Whoopi finishes. Share your opinion in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to the Star Talks for more real talk show stories. The audience stands, clapping as the music plays, and the camera fades out on Shakira and Sunny exchanging one final, respectful nod. A moment that says everything about what just happened on live television.